All right, it's another day, another dollar, as they say. We're working in the shop today, and I finished my job a little earlier than I thought. Brake job went really well. I ordered parts in advance. Never happens. So that means that I've got my puppy dog here sniffing my dent. This van is sanded down for body work. In this car, I've been driving a little bit, and I want to do some body work, and this has been an eyesore. I bought the car this way. This is just a terrible crease. I don't know what happened, how that got that way, but it's just awful. I assume the door opened too far and it kinked itself on the fender, but the gap here is just, it's almost like somebody dropped it, like the door was off the car and it got dropped. And then to make things even better, the prior owner drilled these holes in the door here, 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 and used something to try to pop the dent out on the inside. And I might do that as well, but it just drives me crazy to see that big of a dent on my car. So I guess it opened too far. I don't know. There's also a pretty good blemish there and there. I'd like to keep those from rusting. Oh, and there's there, and there's probably a lot more. This little van here, Stella is soaking in our sunshine, our late fall. Well, it's actually not late fall, it's early fall sunshine, but it's been really cold. It was 30 degrees this morning. And you can see I've got most of this van sanded down. There was a big dent there. I got that popped out. This is really nice about working on thin-bodied cars. Somebody used a pry bar at one point in time, a Navy officer probably, because it's an ex-naval van, used something to pry this door open. So I got to figure out how to fix that. I'm going to get my stud welder out and see if I can get in that and pull those, maybe. Lots of peeling, clear coat. The whole roof was peeling. I got that. That was a lot of work. There's a bit of rust forming right there. Just lots of weird stuff. So I got this van stripped down. Still have to do this area. It's looking better. I wouldn't say great. I popped out a dent here. This was a bad one. And I took off all the trim, and I've got that being prepped. It's in primer right back there, all the trim pieces. And the bumper, of course, is on the bench there. And I'm going to cut some holes for some lights. I've got a cool plan for that. It's a big obnoxious bumper that goes on the front. So we got stuff going on here. Just clicking on as long as we can, as best we can. Yeah, it doesn't look good. I've got to sand it all down. So that's the trouble. You know, it's a cheap car, and they just use cheap materials, I think. I don't know. The paint just is flaking off. I'm surprised, and I'm happy that it's silver and not white. That's kind of cool. And Stella's happy to be in the sun. Aren't you, girl? Are you my Bondo dog? Oh, you're hot. You are very warm. So let's get working on these things. Body work takes so long, and it's so hard to get these things straight. They're just oil cans. They just bend, and whenever you press on them to sand, and of course they got dents in weird spots. Like there's a crease that runs all the way up this door. How am I going to fix that? Oh well. There's another one here. Goes right through the body lines. Got to see what I can do. All right, we'll catch you on the next video. I'm going to get hot and sweaty. I think I'm going to take my hoodie off and probably get my short coveralls on and just start sanding. See how we get along here. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next video. Hopefully this big dent will look a lot better. That is such an eyesore. All right, so we got a little more progress on our dent here. I've ground down and got the wire wheel in there to get the low parts, and then used my stud gun, which is my Chinese made stun gun, and we got the studs all lined up in the deepest part of the dent. And then we're going to take our stud puller, which is this guy, and you hook them onto the studs and you just wham, 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 pull them out. Let's see how that works. All right, so Stella, puppy dog, is helping me pull out the dents on my Honda door. Let me give you a clear shot here. Had to grind away some of the metal. Got the crease pretty well pulled out. Got this oil can area all pulled out. Lower part down here pulled out. What I wasn't expecting was all the Bondo in the fender. Somebody's been here before. That's got Yeah, that's got like a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch of Bondo. Look at that. Can you see that? And then this rocker is rusty. What's going on with my beautiful little car here? It's not supposed to be rusty or full of Bondo. Okay, Stella's giving me the eye. She's telling me it's time to go home. Shadows are getting long, the sun's going down. We got our first coat of long strand fiberglass on our door, fill in that terrible crease. We got our gap pretty good. It's wider than the other side, but at least now it's the same at the top as it is at the bottom. This is a real rough coat, and it's our first and probably our last for today. It looks much better, but we've got a long ways to go. We've got to keep sanding that down and keep pulling a little more filler, smoother filler to the side, and then we'll come back and we'll find these body lines both here and here again, make it look a lot better, and then we'll prime it and sand it and paint it. What do you think, Stella? Are you excited about painting cars? You really don't care, do you?